Hey y'all, hey, it's Raw to the Bone. Happy Friday, y'all. Listen, today is Freestyle Friday on Coffee with Friends, and I've been doing it on IG for the past week as I have been in Facebook jail. But I am released from Facebook jail, but I'm going to complete the week out on IG, or maybe move Coffee with Friends permanently over to IG, right? Because Facebook is being... But anyway, y'all, happy Friday. Thank you for joining Coffee with Friends video and jumping in to hear what the freak I got to say today. Well, listen, yesterday I posted a topic on my page and it was a simple question, right? You know, why when a woman presents herself as independent, I'm not talking about the woman that brags and boasts and talks about she doesn't need a man. I'm not talking about that woman. All right. I'm talking about the woman that you can tell obviously she's independent. When you met her, she had her own residence. She had her own car. She had her job. She was taking care of herself. If she had any children, she was taking care of her children before you came along. When you came into her life, what did you add? Right? That's the kind of independence I'm talking about, right? So I threw the question up on my page yesterday, and the first thing that happened was the men came on and they said, well, if she's bragging that she's independent, then she don't need a man. I don't want a woman who's bragging she's independent. But that's not the woman I'm talking about, right? Because women don't want a man who brags either, right? I'm talking about that woman that you met, and without words, you can look at her and see that she can hold her own shit down. That's what I'm talking about. And when you come into her life, what are you adding to that woman's life? Okay, just like she has to ask herself, what is she adding to your life? All right. But my question was more around when you're with an independent woman, you're married to an independent woman, and you know she can do just about everything on her own. Do you let her? Right? The question on my page was, you know, why do men feel when a woman presents herself as an independent woman that she does not need a man's assistance? And this question went around in a circle, went back and forth, turned into ha jokes. But this shit is serious to me. I want to know because, listen, beyond myself, I've always been an independent woman. I've always operated in survival mode. I never depend on another person to take care of me because I don't have that much faith. I have never had anyone commit to taking care of me 100% without making me know that they're taking care of me 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's almost a beautiful thing when you meet other people and their relationships and their marriages where one person can lead, the other person automatically picks up seamlessly and vice versa. But then you have those relationships where there's a little struggle, right? And I find that a lot of independent women, you know, their independence is like a strike against them. It's like, one sense, men want independent women. Because I asked the second question on my page, would you prefer a needy woman or an independent woman? And most men say independent woman. But on the first question, when I said, why do men feel that independent women don't need a man's assistance? They came out and said, because independent women act like they could do everything on their own. So why should they help? Right? So essentially what you're saying is you want an independent woman, right? Because that's your choice. But then when you get with an independent woman, you're not going to help her ass because she's independent and she can do everything for herself. So what are you there for? Now, to the testament of the guys who jumped on and said that whether their woman is independent or not, they're going to help her, because just because someone is independent does not mean they have to do everything on their own. Kudos to them, right? And they got it right. And this all comes from examples. You know, this is shit that we touch on Coffee with Friends. Examples that we were shown growing up, right? Now, I'm an independent woman, and I do feel that I do a lot of stuff for myself. Right? A lot of stuff that I don't want to do. Right? But I feel that I give off the message that I can handle all of this. But no, it's not that I can handle all of this. All my life, I've had to handle all of this. So that's the mode I'm in. And you know what? It takes a strong person to come into my life and recognize that and be like, hold up. She's been in Superwoman mode for so damn long. Let me step in and put a little cape on and help her out even though she didn't ask. Men, don't penalize your independent women. And I'm not talking about the ones who go around saying they don't need a man. And you know that whole statement about how women go around saying they don't need a man? They shouldn't need a man. They shouldn't need a man. That statement is absolutely correct. I don't need a man, but I want one. I'm married by choice. I want one, right? I don't need him, but I want him. I would like a man, a husband, right? Right? And I think that's the thing. A lot of independent women, men get that need word twisted. Yes, women may say we don't need men, but isn't it better to be wanted over needed? Like if a woman, an independent woman that's got her shit together, that's making some money, and she's dating a guy who's making less money than her and maybe doesn't have all his shit together, if she chooses him, isn't that a blessing? Isn't that she chose you from her most authentic self, right? Even though this woman is an independent woman and she can do everything for herself, when you come into her life, know that she chose you to be in her life with her. What does that mean? Right? That you too should feel blessed, right? And say, damn, I chose her too. We in this together. And then look at her in all her full independence and help a sister out, right? Even if she don't ask, right? We have to do better, people. There were a few gentlemen on there that said, even my woman is independent, right? And she don't have to ask for anything. And even though I know she can do just about anything on her own, I don't let her. That's what a gentleman said. There was a few of them that said that. You know, I want to ask those men, what examples did they have in their life growing up? Because I love it. And so today is Freestyle Friday, where we just throw shit out in the air and it sticks to the wall, and that's a topic we talk about. But I'm going to extend this topic in today's Coffee with Friends because, you know, we need to do better, people. Right? We have a lot of independent women out here, and there's a lot of independent men out here, but people are not complaining about the independent man. People have an issue. Some men have an issue with the independent woman, and the independent, and maybe they say they don't have an issue, but does the independent woman take shorts when she gets into a relationship and her man, you know, knowing that she could do everything, lets her do everything? I mean, independent women get burnt out. So I guess my next question is, I did follow up. And I did say I followed up with the question is, what do you prefer, an independent woman or a needy woman? And after everybody bitched and complained about how independent women yap their mouths about they don't need a man and blah, 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 they answered the second question and said they want an independent woman. Because needy women get on their nerves. Come on, guys. Help a sister out here. We got to talk about this on Coffee with Friends because I'm hella confused, right? I'm hella confused. You know, I can't say this enough. On Lottery Homes on HGTV, there was a man, okay, who was telling his story. He finally hit the lottery, and he and his son was looking for a house. His son was still underage, teenager though, and they were looking for a house. And he told his story. He said he was married. His wife died. Okay, before she died and when she was healthy, they always had dreams of buying a house. But then she got cancer. Okay, and they had to put the dreams on pause. And guess what? His wife lost her job. And guess what he did? He went and got 4 jobs. 4. He said, I had to take care of my wife and I had to take care of my son. And that was my only focus. And I had to I had 4 jobs to do that. Now, all I'm saying is, where they at, right? Where they at? This is a man who saw the need to step up. Yes, his wife was sick, but listen to what he said. He went and got 4 jobs to make sure his family was taken care of, right? But yet, I hear stories of many independent women out here complaining that they're with men who turn around and come up short on the rent and just be like, well, babe, I'm short $50 this month, whatever. And she got to figure out how to figure that out. We're the men that's willing to get the 4 jobs. Listen, we got to do better in our relationships, okay? Women are still women, right? When a man comes into a woman's life, see, I'm old school. I feel like a man should come into a woman's life and want to take care of her. I'm not saying it's all 100% on him. I'm not saying she doesn't need to work and she doesn't need to add financials to the household, but he needs to take care of her mentally. He needs to take care of her physically. He needs to protect her, provide for her, okay, to the best of his ability. And don't just assume because she's independent, she got it. You still the man. Just because she's independent does not remove you from your responsibilities as the provider and protector of the household. Let's do better, people. But listen, if you want to hear more on this topic, jump on Coffee with Friends today on Instagram at 8 o'clock. That's about 15, 17 minutes from now. All right. So I'm going to be ready and I'm going to be right back here talking about this independent thing because we need to figure it out. There's a lot of single people in this world, men and women, that are looking to be in relationships and they're having a hard time finding that match, right? That imperfect, perfect match for you, right? But we have to understand the dynamics of the relationship and know what we're willing to do and know what our limits are before we get into these relationships, right? Because when you take on a wife, that's a responsibility. And it's a responsibility you shouldn't quit on just because times got hard, okay? You still need to be there and provide and protect for your family. But listen, I'm just raw to the bone, getting ready to host Coffee with Friends and bring this topic to the table. And I want to know what the Coffee with Friends members have to say. They're very vocal. And I really wish more men, I'm hoping that more men jump on here today and participate because we need to know. We really need to know. All right. But anyway, gone for now, but not forever. All right. I will be back. But for now, Coffee with Friends at 8 a.m. IG. I'll see you there. Listen, let's do better. The independent woman needs love too. And with that, that's a word on a Friday. And with that, I'm out. Peace.